Happy New Year, friends! This is Yin-Yang Investor and welcome back to my channel. You can probably tell from the title of this video that this is no ordinary video of my quarterly net worth update. I have achieved a significant financial milestone that I'm so excited to share with you. But before we begin, let's celebrate. Today I am drinking a Japanese umeshu. This is basically a plum wine where they mix hard liquor with plums and sugar, and they ferment it into this delicious, sweet fruit liqueur. So, cheers. And they still have the plums inside you can chew afterwards. It's my favorite drink. Anyways, before I get into my FIRE numbers and how I achieved it, let's quickly go over my net worth changes for this quarter, or the fourth quarter of 2025. This is my assets. My cash equivalent has gone up to over half a million right now. I'm saving a lot in cash accounts. It's because I need to help my parents buy a house this spring. Okay, so that's up 40,000. Precious metals. 2025, you probably heard from news, precious metals have been on fire. Gold is up 70%, silver is up 140, 150%. My precious metal holdings gone up 80 grand in the span of 3 months. That's just wild. And stocks have done really well. I think SP 500 is up 15% in 2025. And I put a little bit more money in there too. So my stock portfolio is 1.06 million almost, up 55 grand. Not bad. I don't have a car right now. My principal residence, I'm actually going to write off 25 grand. That's because the real estate market is not too hot. And I have some equity in the second rental property. And all in all, my assets gone up 150 grand. Let's take a look at my debt. Because net worth is assets minus debt, right? Credit card, I pay off every month. Not significant. Student loans, I keep it at 14,000. There's no interest rate. I don't mind keeping it. My personal real estate loan, I paid off 20 grand. And my mortgage on my principal residence paid off 4 grand. All in all, debt down 24 grand. So $546,000. Now, asset minus debt. My net worth has reached $2.6 million. It's been a fantastic year for me. I started 2025 with just a little over 2 million and I've gained almost 600 grand. And I barely worked this year. And I've been paying tuition for school. So I think I've achieved financial freedom. So let's take a deeper dive into my FIRE numbers. For those of you who don't know, FIRE stands for financial independence and retire early. Of course, I don't plan on retiring early, but having that nest egg, having that financial flexibility allows me to do the things I like and chase some goals and dreams without having to worry about day-to-day finances. Now, there are 4 types of FIRE categories. You have lean FIRE, regular FIRE, chubby FIRE, and fat FIRE. And this is my understanding of it. Okay, lean FIRE is absolute bare bones. This is, having a roof over your head, having some basic necessity met, like transportation, groceries. You still have a little bit of wants, a little bit of travel in there, a little bit of entertainment. You gotta live a little bit, but it's nothing extravagant. Okay, it's like college student type of standard of living. Regular FIRE, your current standard of living. You can dine out. You can have 2-3 vacations per year. You're eating healthy. You're driving a nice car, regular car, but nothing fancy like a BMW, right, or a Porsche. And this is the regular FIRE. I would say regular FIRE is my current standard of living. Chubby FIRE. This is upper middle class. You're spending. You might be living in a high cost of living area. You're probably traveling 2-3 months of the year. You're going to Disneyland, you're taking business classes, you're living in 3-4 star hotels, you're eating really healthy, you're driving a nice car. You can do most of the things that Americans or Canadians want to do, and this is what I call chubby FIRE. And this is fat FIRE. This is the your dream life, how your dream standard of living is like. Okay, so let's explore some numbers for myself. Okay, you have to figure out what your fire number is based on where you live, based on your standard of living. For example, for Ling Fire, I put housing zero. How can I have zero cost of living? Well, my house have 2 suites, up and downstairs. So in my 20s, I've been house hacking because I'm just by myself. I don't need a whole house, right? I live in one floor, rent out downstairs. And downstairs rent can pay off the mortgage and all the utilities. So I'm basically living for free, right? So Ling Fire, I can go back to that lifestyle, right? And I can still have mortgage, 600K in equities in housing, right? Dining out, still a little bit, $200 a month, casual. Groceries, $600 a month. That's pretty nice. Corolla, I drove Corolla for 5 years, 3,000 a year. That's plenty, right? Some entertainment, some travel. This travel might be 2 weeks out of the year, 3 weeks out of the year, maybe, right? 1 or 2 vacations. An annual expense, 28,000. This is for a single male with no kids or family, right? 28,000. And you time that by 25, your liquid net worth needs to be 700K, right? This is you draw this for your living cost. And like I said, 600K in house equities, still having a mortgage. My fire number was $1.3 million for Ling Fire. And I've actually achieved this in 2023, second quarter, right? I was age 29, okay? 2 years ago. So my net worth doubled to 2.6 million. So this is my regular fire. In my regular fire, I would have paid off my house, right? My house is worth $1.1 million right now, I estimate. So I would have no mortgage. I live in the house by myself. I would pay utilities, insurance, taxes, and $400 a month dining out, eating really healthy organic food, not caring about the price of the grocery, driving a nicer car, maybe like a RAV4. I really love traveling, so in this regular fire, I really upped my travel to $20,000, right? So that's about how much I've spent this year in travel, right? I was traveling for 4 months, in a little bit of Europe, South America, and Asia, right? So not expensive, still budget travel, but I was just traveling for extended period of time. Liquid net worth 1.5 million, paid off house 1.1 million. That's how I arrived at my $2.6 million, okay, which I have reached at the end of the fourth quarter of 2025, which is the 2026 new year, at age 31 and a half. So again, let's drink to that. Let's celebrate. The next goal, chubby fire. Okay. So take a look at these numbers that what I have. I would upgrade to a nicer house to 1.5 million. I would spend 130 grand a year, having a liquid net worth of 3.3 million. Total $4.8 million, okay? But I estimate that would take me another 5 or 6 years to get to. By the time I get to 5 or 6 years, it's not gonna be 4.8 million. Or 3% inflation, I'll need 5.5 million to have the same standard of living of Chubby Fire. So I estimate I'll reach that 5.5 million net worth at age 37, right? In 5 or 6 years, if the market still have the similar returns and I'm still contributing very aggressively. Okay, Fat Fire. This is the dream life, right? This is today's number. What I would need to Fat Fire, $8 million. Okay, I would have a luxury house, $2.5 million, an annual expense of 220K for a single male. That is a lot of money, right? You can see in this fat lifestyle, I allocated $87,000 for traveling alone, right? $10,000 a year for transportation, to have a car, maybe a truck, maybe 2 cars. I don't know. Then dining out. In Fat Fire, I imagine I would spend $2,000 in dining out, right? That is, I can't even fathom. Okay, but I assume that as I have do financially better in life, that my lifestyle creep, I would eventually go to chubby and go to Fat Fire. Okay, yeah, but that's what money's for, right? You can't take it in the ground with you, so you gotta enjoy it a little bit. And I'm slowly learning how to enjoy life and spend on nicer things. So Fat Fire, $8 million. I think it would take me 11, 12 years to get there, right? In 11, 12 years with inflation, 8 millions today is going to equate to 11 million. All right. So that's where I'm at. And, I'm so happy I've finally reached FIRE. I've been a great follower of the FIRE movement. I don't hate my job. I like my job. And I plan on working for a long time, but cutting down days eventually. And maybe take up some hobbies and do some other pursuits in life. Okay, so that's my story, and that's my financial journey so far in life and what I have achieved in 2025. If you enjoyed what you've seen and if you're inspired, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your FIRE number is and what your project when you would reach it. Okay, thanks for watching. Good luck in 2026, and subscribe, and I'll post some more interesting videos when I have time. Okay, take care. Cheers.